Picture this. You're out in the fields of 12th century England, sweating over your harvest near those ancient wolf pits designed to trap predators. Suddenly, two kids scramble out from the depths, but they're far from ordinary. Their skin glows an eerie green. They're clad in unfamiliar garments, chattering in a tongue nobody recognizes, and they turn up their noses at everything except raw beans. This bizarre encounter really went down in the village of Woolpit, Suffolk, where kind-hearted villagers took the siblings in. Tragically, the boy fell gravely ill and didn't make it. But the girl adapted, mastered English, and shared her incredible backstory. She described hailing from St. Martin's Land, a perpetual twilight realm, where the sun never fully rose and all inhabitants shared that verdant hue. For hundreds of years, skeptics chalked it up to fanciful medieval lore, perhaps inspired by fairy tales or superstitions. But contemporary researchers offer a grounded explanation. Chlorosis, aka green sickness, a nutritional anemia from iron deficiency that can tint the skin greenish, especially in malnourished kids. Their mysterious language, likely Flemish, spoken by immigrants fleeing persecution. Around that era, Flemish communities in nearby East Anglia faced violent massacres during civil unrest under King Stephen, leaving orphaned children to wander lost in the dense, shadowy Thetford forest, which could easily feel like an endless dusk. As the girl embraced a balanced diet, her green pallor faded. She integrated into society, wed a local from King's Lynn, and led a remarkably ordinary life, even having descendants whose lines might still exist today. Asterisk number 8. The Ebu Gogo of Indonesia's Flores Island. For generations, indigenous Flores Islanders have passed down tales of diminutive, hairy humanoids dubbed Ebu Gogo, meaning grandmother, who eats anything. These beings stood about 3 feet tall, zipped around with agile speed, and had a knack for pilfering food from villages, sometimes even kidnapping children in folklore. Mainstream science dismissed them as mythical, until a bombshell discovery in 2003, archaeologists in Liang, Bua Cave, unearthed skeletal remains of a new human species, Homo floresiensis, affectionately nicknamed hobbits after Tolkien's characters. These ancient relatives matched the legends spot in 3 feet in height, with elongated arms for climbing, short legs, and evidence of tool-making and elephant hunting prowess. Despite brains the size of grapefruits, the most recent fossils date back 50,000 years. But some experts hypothesize isolated populations could have persisted into the Holocene, overlapping with modern humans. The oral histories are strikingly precise. Ebu Gogo communicated in soft, murmuring tones, suggesting rudimentary language, and met their end when villagers, fed up with thefts, allegedly smoked them out of caves or hunted them to extinction, a narrative that echoes real human conflicts over resources. Asterisk number 7. The legendary Amazon warriors. In ancient Greek epics like the Iliad, tales abound of a fierce all-female tribe known as the Amazons, who lived beyond the Black Sea, mastered archery and horseback riding, and terrified heroes like Hercules and Achilles. Historians long viewed them as patriarchal fantasies, symbolizing barbarian threats. That changed in the 1990s when Russian excavations revealed Scythian burial mounds, or kurgans, across the Eurasian steppes. Hundreds of graves held women interred with full warrior gear and daggers, battle axes, arrows, spears, and even horses sacrificed for the afterlife. Skeletal analysis showed healed fractures, arrow wounds, and bowed legs from lifelong riding, proving these were battle-hardened fighters. Carbon dating pins them to 900 to 200 BC, aligning perfectly with Greek accounts. These real-life Amazons were likely nomadic Scythian women, trained in combat for survival in harsh terrains, challenging our views on gender roles in antiquity. Asterisk number 6. The Green Man of Pennsylvania. In the early 1980s, eerie reports flooded Pittsburgh suburbs, a phosphorescent green figure lurking along rural roads at night, sparking urban legends and late-night drives for sightings. Police investigations revealed the truth. A man named Raymond Robinson. As a 9-year-old in 1919, Raymond climbed a trolley bridge in Morado and accidentally grabbed a high-voltage line, suffering catastrophic burns that obliterated his eyes, nose, mouth, and right arm. Disfigured and blind, he shunned daylight to escape ridicule, becoming a nocturnal wanderer along Route 351 near Capel. His scarred skin, pale and translucent, took on a greenish sheen under moonlight or car headlights, birthing the Green Man or Charlie Nofus moniker. For over 4 decades until his death in 1985 at age 74, Raymond's nightly strolls drew curious visitors who'd offer him cigarettes, beer, or conversation, turning a tale of horror into one of quiet compassion amid America's Rust Belt struggles. Number 5. The mythical Kraken. Seafaring yarns from Viking sagas to pirate lore described a gargantuan tentacled monster, the Kraken, capable of ensnaring ships and dragging them to watery graves. Dismissed as saltwater superstitions, the reality surfaced with marine biology advances. The giant squid Architeuthis ducks, which can stretch over 40 feet long, with eyes like dinner plates and tentacles, armed with toothed suckers. These deep-sea dwellers haunt abyssal zones up to 3,000 feet, explaining their rarity. A milestone came in 2004, when Japanese scientists, after 400 hours and over 100 submersible dives, captured the first live footage in natural habitat. While they can't likely sink modern vessels, autopsy evidence from sperm whales scarred with massive sucker marks reveals epic battles between these cephalopods and apex predators, underscoring the ocean's untamed mysteries that inspired classics like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Number 4. The Wendigo of Native American lore. Algonquian tribes in the Great Lakes and Canadian forests warned of the Wendigo, a gaunt, emaciated spirit born from human cannibalism during famines, cursed with insatiable hunger that stretched its body taller and thinner. Often seen as moral fables against greed, science uncovered Wendigo psychosis, a rare psychiatric disorder documented in 19th century fur trade records. It manifests as an overwhelming urge for human flesh, even in food-abundant times, linked to cultural taboos and nutritional deficiencies like those from rabbit starvation in harsh winters. The chilling 1878 case of Swift Runner, a Plains Cree trapper near Edmonton, saw him slaughter and consume his wife and 5 children, despite nearby Hudson's Bay Company supplies. He confessed to Wendigo possession before execution. Today, it's recognized as a culture-bound syndrome, blending folklore with mental health insights in isolated communities. Number 3. The Mapinguari of the Amazon. Indigenous groups like the Yanomami in Brazil's rainforests speak of the Mapinguari, a colossal one-eyed, bipedal creature with backward feet, razor-sharp claws, and a putrid odor that wards off pursuers. Scientists once scoffed, but paleontology provided clues. Megatherium, the giant ground sloth, roamed South America until about 10,000 years ago. These behemoths reared up to 20 feet tall, wielded hooked claws for defense, and sported shaggy fur that could fester with algae and bacteria, explaining the stench. Fossil sites in Patagonia and the Amazon suggest late survivals, possibly inspiring myths, as human migrants encountered remnant populations during the Pleistocene-Holocene transition. Number 2. The boiling river in the Peruvian Amazon. Local legends described a lethal waterway where waters bubbled hot enough to scald intruders or cook fallen animals, implausible without nearby volcanoes. Enter geoscientist Andres Russo, who in 2011 verified the Xanatimpishka boiled by the sun in Quechua, a 4-mile stretch reaching 196 degrees Fahrenheit, 91 degrees Celsius, fueled by geothermal faults tapping Earth's mantle heat, not solar rays. This natural cauldron, hidden in Mayantuyacu, poses instant third-degree burn risks. Yet indigenous Ashaninka shamans use its steam vents and pools for medicinal rituals, viewing it as a sacred conduit to ancestral spirits. Number 1. Waves of the high seas. Captain's logs brimmed with accounts of freak waves towering walls of water double the height of surrounding swells, materializing to crush hulls and vanish. Physics experts deemed them improbable until January 1, 1995, when Norway's Draupner oil rig sensors recorded an 84-foot monster amid 40-foot seas. Satellite data now confirms rogues occur roughly once every 10,000 waves via nonlinear wave focusing, where converging currents amplify energies unpredictably. These oceanic anomalies, striking without warning, may account for enigmas like the 1975 Edmund Fitzgerald sinking on Lake Superior or countless Atlantic vanishes, reminding us of nature's raw power. That's the scoop on these mind-blowing legends turned legit. More epic uncovers coming. Subscribe and stay tuned.